All right, greetings everybody. Welcome back to 18 Trading Strategies. Welcome to the Monday night session. Really, beginning of Tuesday's session on the ES futures. Okay, so looking at it, I still believe we're in a lion market right now. You know, we're transitioning. We're not quite bullish just yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And all I expect right now is just a continued pullback. To which levels? Not really sure, but I believe this is probably key right here, down here. 55.20 around there. Maybe 55.40 is also pretty key level. So I'm expecting pullback probably for the next couple of days or so. I don't know how far it'll go. Hasn't broken the previous hasn't broken the low of day over here just yet. So we're going to do this. We're going to delete that. That should be moved up here. Previous low of day. Unlock. Just getting set up for today's session and we'll get right into it. A little early, but that's okay. We're probably just right on time actually now. What time is it? 7:53? Okay. So let's see. Low of 56, 55, 25. 56, 55, 25, right there. So we haven't broken the previous low of day just yet, but I believe we are on our way. If you notice today's trading, it kind of gapped down and then went down and then, well, I was looking at the SPY anyway, but I'm pretty sure the S&P 500, the ES was looking the same, of course. So we had a brief rally, but we didn't get to the previous day's high on Friday. And then at the end of the day, we had a real sell off here. So now it looks like we're continuing that bearish trend on our little pullback here. So we'll be looking for either way, up or down, but mostly down. And just we'll have to read the market and be a lion heart and just stay in the game. Okay, so let's go back. We trade the 5 minute here. At least that's what I've been doing so far, and it's been working out okay. So I did put in a put option today, although I entered way early. Let's see, where did that lion go? He always disappears on this time frame. Okay, well, never mind. Whatever, he's gone. But yeah, I put in a put option, a weekly one, with the five. I believe it was 560 put strike price. Expires on the 9th, which I believe is Friday. So, I was in pain most of the day. I entered in way too early. I should have waited for the top, but you know me, I'm always impatient. Probably a day early, as a matter of fact, but I think it'll all work out in the end. I am thinking that on the SPY, we are going to go ahead and retest lower levels. So we're right down here. We're close to the previous day's low, the plod, if you will, previous low day. And looks like ever since open, we've been having a steady trend down. So let's see where our volume has been. That's a good level there. I'm going to just make some quick adjustments right there. Kind of in no man's land right here. So it seems to have been, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if it respects the bottom band of the VWAP right now. Go ahead and put in another key level of interest here. Oop, wrong one. I want the horizontal line. All right about there. Okay, so let's get this over here. Let's see what we're looking at. So upward move, loss of momentum on that. So just it looks like we're going to keep on going down. We'll look for a good entry here. I would go in right now, but there's such a big candle and there's a big old fair value gap right here. So we might just go ahead and pop up for a second and we'll see how it looks then. We might enter in up here. We're going to go short and we'll just start off with two contracts. You know, nothing too crazy to start the night. So we're just waiting right now. So I saw very low volume today. Lots of market control there. And it looks like they wanted to keep those prices up till the very last. And they just let retail sell off at the end of the day. And then I noticed there was a huge volume bar. This guy right here. I was looking at the 5 minute on the SPY. It's a little different here, but huge volume bar on the SPY. And I just saw that volume go up, up, up. But the prices just remained right there. So the market maker said, hold up, hold up. This isn't according to plan just yet. We're going to keep it right there. And it looks like they're just continuing to let this thing go down for a little while. As they keep accumulating. Hey, that's what I believe they're doing. You know, you see the bullish moves be slow. That's market maker buying. The hedge funds and institutions, you know, not just one person, but the people with the money. And yeah, so looks like, you know, we're still going. Big red candles. Got real volume on the red one, so that tells me this is a legit move down. At least in this session, in this context. We're down on the RSI towards more oversold levels right now. But we're gonna look for a little relief and then we'll see about getting in. Although selling pressure does look pretty strong right now. Look at that. Look at that wick. And this candle's about to close, so yeah, I don't know. We may have missed our entry already. Our entry may have been up here, but that's okay. I'm still expecting a little bit of a bounce here. So we are doing good. We made a lot of trades on Sundays, but we made more home runs than losers, and we didn't lose that much on our losses. So we're back up overall, 3,775. And again, even though it's a $100,000 account on paper trading, we're gonna treat it like 10,000, right? So if we get down to 90, we're gonna say we blew this account, but hasn't happened yet. Let's see what kind of support this level offers us. Looks like none really, but I don't know. Looks like it's about to break through soon, and once it goes, it's gonna go. I'm kind of FOMOing right now, you know. This thing could drop any second. There's the previous low of day, so expect a bounce there. But I expect a bounce up here, just a little higher. Probably, I want to see it touch the bottom band of this VWAP first. Gonna try not to go over too much tonight. I'm gonna try to keep this time limited, but you know, you never know. You get into it, you know, you're feeling it, you're rolling with the market, or trying to make up losses, and you just start to trade too much as you get stopped out. Tell you what we're gonna do. We may DCA into this position, but I would like to get in right here. And we got plenty of room to put our stop, so we'll just risk 250 on that one. And we'll see how high it bounces if it does. And we're ready to enter in any second now at a better spot. Complete our position size of 2 contracts. And we're going to see how far it runs. So it's getting close. I would like to see just a few more ticks. But what I would like to see or what the market gives me are two different things. Sometimes, most of the time. Well, how long we got? We're only 2 minutes 45 seconds in. We'll let this candle play out a little bit longer. Big wick to the bottom, but low volume, so I'm not worried about any kind of reversal down here. We are getting towards the bottom of a range, so the previous high of the day is up there. But I'm not too concerned about it. I think we're gonna go ahead and break and we're gonna go ahead and gap down tomorrow. That's my thought so far. Yes, overall I'm leaning more bullish, but on this chart, the swings are big. So at the moment on this ride, I am bearish tonight. Right. So we're just gonna put our lion up there. Remind us, hey, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough trading tonight, so be careful. It's dangerous out here. All right, so I'm not seeing any real pop just yet. I'm gonna go ahead and add to it, and we're gonna live with it. All right, we're gonna make the maximum risk allowable right now, 500, and we'll see how she rolls. But it does look like we're getting some good price action tonight, so that's a good thing. We might be able to make a little improvement to our account today as we experiment. And I think I'm growing more comfortable with the system, just using the VWAP, marking off levels, using the volume profile, RSI too, but yeah. All right, so we got a little pop down. I'm just gonna go ahead and lock this in. See if this thing has legs, because the previous low day is right here, so it might just bounce right back up on us. We'll see. Could just go right through. So we got a $200 profit locked in, which is good. Win or lose, we win. We start off the night positive, so let's just see how this acts. I'm hoping just it goes right on through, and then we'll see a big gain. A big gain, and we'll let it ride. I would love to see a trading day where we could just make one trade and just keep letting it go. Maybe add a contract or two along the way. But that's rare. It's rare. But tonight could be the night. You never know. So what I did is I just marked off of the nearest level. Um, Seems like in yesterday's session this was kind of a level of some sort. Just need a reference between here and there, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just let these lines develop as we go. Don't want to overthink anything. Just want to keep it simple. Keep it simple and profitable. It looks like my stop's holding up well though, right there. I'm kind of surprised. But hey, I'll take it. I will take it. All right, so there she goes. Looks like it does want to bust through the previous low of day. I'm not going to add to my position yet. I'm going to need to see a lot more movement. But it may stop me out. If it does, then I'll probably just go right back in for two more contracts. Should be a relief bounce coming soon because we're getting to oversold levels on the RSI. And the POC is here, so that relief bounce, I'd imagine, will probably want to go up here somewhere towards this POC. Put it right in the middle. So, if I was a crazy lion, I would probably enter into a call here, just target quick scalper, right? Just enter here, target this POC, get a quick scalp, but that's not my style, really. I like to hang on to the winners as long as possible. Lock in profit. and hopefully get a ride. Get a ride to the money and let her print. I kind of approach options the same way too. Get a good range, a range of where you want to enter in. Not any specific point, but just a range, and just try to anticipate the larger movements of the market. And I think our larger movements for now will be to the downside. And some people think, they're stubborn in their bearishness. They think that, still a dead cat bounce, and they could possibly be right. And you know what? If you get stuck in a short position, and that's just a dead cat bounce, it works out for you. So, whatever. I have no emotions tied to this market anyway. So, it's just in and out for me. I know that's different for a lot of other people. They got a lot invested in stocks and in their portfolios, but, it's not like I'm even holding cash now. I'm just holding nothing. Just a little bit of cash, just trying to grow a little account on options trades. So we're doing pretty well. Doing pretty well so far. But this trade looks like it's good. I think it's going to be busting through pretty soon. We may we may range over here for a little while. I don't know, maybe down here somewhere. I expect some sideways movement for, you know, just a little while tonight. Kind of missed the big move down, but that's okay. It's all right. But I would definitely be treating this as a resistance after it breaks through. We're just going to have to see how the volume profile forms up. So right here we got a D pattern, right? So tells me breaking down on the volume profile. I guess that's something that, kind of a pattern on this volume profile you often look for. If it looks like a D or B, I don't know. I have to refresh myself, go back and look at those videos. But yeah, I guess the volume profile shows different patterns, which will let you know different things or give you an inclination as to what may happen. Again, we don't know the future, people. I mean, all we can do is make our best educated guess, and hopefully it works out. And when it doesn't, we have our stops in a good place. And when it does, we don't get out too early. But I've accepted it. I cannot time the market, not even close. But there are ways to work around that. Cannot time it. I cannot predict it. I'm not very good at that. But, I think overall I have a good idea. Overall, I do believe we are in a transition and this is a pullback. A big pullback, probably, more than likely, but we're going to be seeing a strong reversal coming soon as more news comes out and the momentum of the bull movement comes in. Just don't see a lot of momentum on the bull side right now. I think it's kind of dying out. They didn't have it for like the past 1.5 weeks. So I think it's time for the Bears to come out to play for a little bit while. But when everybody gets settled and that greed is actually real greed on that index, it's when people become super greedy, then it'll be a really really fast strong move up. But until then, we wait. We wait. So it's really testing that support right now. And I expect it to break through any second. Maybe, yeah, I don't know, soon. Don't know when, but soon. So I would suggest, that now is the time to be buying the dips. I'd be buying stocks like Meta, Microsoft, companies that were strong on earnings. So that's what I would be doing right now if I had a lot of money. I say the bottom for the year is probably in, and now is a good opportunity to go ahead and load up. If you didn't at the very, very bottom, but if you were doing that, that's probably not the wisest choice anyway. Probably patience is in order there, and I think this is the time right now. Time to get in. You're gonna miss the train, but just my thoughts. So what I'm thinking about doing is just moving my stop a little up a ways, adding to my position, because the way it's been testing this, it does look like we may have a little ways to go. And I do believe my stop would be safe up here. Let's see. We might go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and add. We're still only risking 375 right now. Now, we may have just turned a winner into a loser. I have no idea, but we're going to see how it goes. We're above the bottom band of the VWAP. I'm feeling good about this. Feeling good about my stop up here. And, you know, maybe a little bounce. Maybe a little bounce just to get us back. Just a little relief bounce. Get us in the middle of the RSI. And then, yeah, it's skydiving time. But we'll see. It seems to me like market makers just kind of keeping it up here. It's up until we're not so oversold. Entice more sellers to come in, and then we'll be going down. Or we could go down right now. I don't know. Big money don't care about what this indicator says. If they click sell, folks, it's just gonna go. Who cares if this is way down here? You know, it's just how it is. It's a loud truck on our street. But anyway, yeah, go ahead and put a friendly little lion up here. I thought we already did. Oh yeah, we did. We got two lions. Okay, delete the old one. Put the new one there. There we go. Lion, come on down. Come on down. The price is right. Let's just draw out a little channel here. Looks like there's a little channel that's formed. Mm, we'll mainly focus around the bodies of these candles. I'm not so sure what these wicks really mean. If they mean anything at all right now. Well, yeah, there's our little highway to profit there. Not the highway to hell. Just it's not gonna go all the way there. Just a highway to more money. All right. Let's just sit back and relax. See how she plays out. So I know it may make for a relatively boring video. Just having one trade on the night. But I'm not too concerned about that. I'm really more concerned about becoming successful, becoming more consistent, making our wins bigger than our losses. So even if this is just one trade tonight, hey, as long as this thing just keeps going up, I am happy with it. I'm happy with it. I think this is about to break really good soon. So maybe past this level, see a consolidation area here, we may move our stop down then. Lock in a $500 profit right above the previous low of day. So let's see how far it'll go. I'm pretty confident it'll go down. It's acting like I thought it would, just consolidating here. It might just go sideways up until we reach this channel here somewhere, and then bam, right down. Probably reach over here, spike up, and then go back down. Hopefully it doesn't stop me out though. And if it does, I will be ready. And it's because I'm so confident, I'm going to go ahead and be ready for 4 more contracts should I get stopped out on this. But hey, 375, right? We could put our, yeah, let's go ahead. It's worth it. Yeah, there you go. 475. A little higher, just in case. Okay, so like when I first started, as I was saying, and I didn't realize I was muted, but when I first started, this little pattern here would probably shake me out of this trade. I'd cut out, probably reverse just to get stopped out on the way down. But I've learned to just look at the volume and to keep in mind, what the big money is trying to do. You know, I would be thinking that, okay, previous low of day, key level, right? And we got it looked like a bullish engulfing candle for a little bit. And I would say, look at all these wicks down to the bottom, man. We're getting ready to go up. But if you notice, just as we start consolidating the drop in volume, all this is now, when I look at it with more experienced eyes, all this is we're waiting to break through the low of day, but we need a little bit more gas on the RSI or maybe the MACD. The MACD will probably be similar to the RSI right now. So it just needs to flip up a little bit. So give us more room to go down. Because, you're dealing with technical traders, and what are they trying to do? They're trying to induce more liquidity into the market, right? So when people see the RSI down here, they're much less likely to sell off and bring the prices down. So what does the market maker do? He supports it, right? Props up the prices for a little while. And, you could get angry if you're holding options that are about to expire out of the money. But, that's the reason for this, okay? They need to induce more sellers into the market so that they can buy and keep accumulating on the way down and then on the way up. But probably not so much on the way down. Old market maker probably enters in short way up here, And that's probably why we saw all that absorption right before market close right here, you know. And then see more heavy selling, retail sell-offs. And then we go up here, market maker accumulates, enters in some short positions up here to start it off, and then boom, down we go. Down we go, making money all the way down until market maker decides they got some range already picked out, right? And we try our best to guess at where that may be. And we can look at previous volume profiles here. We can go back in time and just make a good guess at where that may be. Might be right here. Maybe right there. I don't know. Not sure. Not much volume there though. Oops, wrong line. don't want a ray. We want a horizontal line. Could be right there, right around there somewhere. But not much on the volume profile yet. I'm seeing not much liquidity left behind here. Ah, here we go. Our next significant level is probably right here. I'm going to put that down, mark that off. So it's gone red on us a little bit. I'm not surprised. Just a little relief bounce is what I'm still saying. And I don't expect us to be red too long. We just need to get that RSI up. And it's coming up. So positive 25. I think our stop is very safe up here for now with all the selling pressure we've been seeing. And look, they went right up to the bottom band of the VWAP, right? Like I was telling you. On a bearish move like that, they usually just bounce off of this. And probably just more bouncing as the VWAP comes down, and off into the lion's hungry mouth we go. We'll just have to wait and see. Be patient. I could have just gone out, but here's the thing. If I would have closed out my trade already, yeah, I may have booked like 400 something of profit. But then I would have had to re-enter again, probably get stopped out, have some more losers before another winner. So let's just hold on to this winner until we're proven otherwise, We see an uptick in volume, but look at that rejection, right? So sellers are in control. Well, at least sell orders are in control. The market maker is in control. And I believe the market maker wants to bring us down below here. Now, how far down? Nobody knows. But we'll have to just keep our eye on it, looking for that reversal. I don't think it's here yet. I think we're just quote unquote building up the gas, right? And building up the gas just simply means if the market maker wants to go up, they got to induce more buying. If the market maker wants to go down, they got to induce more selling. So they're inducing more selling right now. At this level and at this bottom band of the VWAP, upper end of this channel that's kind of been formed, a lot more sellers, a lot more retail, probably want to get in here. This is the Asian session, so folks in Hong Kong, in Japan and Asia, they're like looking at this, they're ready to get in on this action. Maybe at this level. Maybe they want to consolidate a little bit more, get out of this channel a little bit, let the RSI go up a little higher. Maybe stop us out. But we'll be right back in if they do. And then induce the sell. But we'll see. We're still watching. I'm not comfortable yet just to set it and forget it. Not just yet. This might be a set it and forget it night, though. Who knows? Who knows? Lock in our profits and as far as we can and just go to sleep. Get ready for the next day. Get ready to see my put pay off, hopefully. So honestly, what I think is happening is they're inducing more buying at these levels. Every time you come to a key point, you see a little weak move on volume up. That tells me that the market makers probably like some hedge fund, some institution out there. It's a mix, right? Some are just building longs because they know it's going to go up again, eventually, and they're going to be profiting. Others, they're inducing selling or inducing buying rather so that they can sell and enter into short positions looking for because they know what range they're going to stop it at for the most part. And so they're going to take a big chunk of that cash. And then when you see them cash out, it'll be a slow move up. Actually, it'll probably be a pretty fast move up here and there, quick moves on news, filling gaps, but they know that there's gaps down here that retail is looking for. So, in my mind, The big money always hides their plans behind news, behind technical patterns and analysis, because they're the very ones that teach us this stuff, so that they can manipulate us and use us and predict us better. People are unpredictable, really, especially the masses. You never know what they're going to do. But you have a better idea if you taught them how to trade and these patterns and whatever. They have these gurus out there giving you secrets, and they're really no secrets. They're just things that they want you. It's a manner of trading that they want you to do. And the more people that are following these trends, these levels and whatnot, the better it is for them. And the more predictable the market becomes, and the friendlier it is for everybody. Now, in times of turmoil, like we've seen over the past couple months, what is that all about? It's like it's resetting the market. Everybody's just fixing the books, and taking profits right now and looking to re-enter. All right, and never let a good crisis go to waste. Today the fear and greed index was leaning more towards greed, but watch over the next couple of days. People are so fickle, right? All the big money has to do is just trigger that pullback, and it's just a pullback. And the news media will be like, "Oh, the recession's in play again." Jim Cramer will flip flop. He's always behind because he only goes with what the herd is saying right now. He only goes by what he's seen in the past. He doesn't predict nothing. He can't. None of us can. But if you look at how everything's being played, and you get a better idea of what the moneymaker's doing. Jim Cramer, he can't do that. He doesn't have that ability. He's not very skilled at that. But you can be. You can be. If you don't let yourself get manipulated by what's going on out there. And it's not necessarily intentionally trying to brainwash you and manipulate you and use you up. It's just that's how it goes. We live in a world full of propaganda and illusion. You got to come to terms with that. And once you do, I think the better off we'll all be. But, just use it to your advantage as long as you can. You never really know what they got up in store, up their sleeves. But you can have an idea. And so, of course, this market is due for a pullback. I mean, it's just, we're coming out of a hole, right? And we're going to get there. And I believe we're on our way out. But on the way, you're going to have a slip here or there. And we do have gaps to the bottom. And are we going to fill all those gaps? I have no clue. You just have to keep an eye on it every day. But what are they doing with like this? Why did they prop it up like that? That's the market maker with such low volume there. And yet, with all the selling pressure, and we know everybody's like, "Oh, we're going down," but then bam, 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 look at all these low bottom wicks, and then it goes up, right? Towards this VWAP, and now it just has that hint of, "Oh, watch out, we may just come up. This may be it. We're not breaking the low of day." They induce more buyers. So right here, you're going to see whoever the big money in Asia is right now. They're probably entering into short positions right now because they know, oh no, we're coming down. It's just we're going to try to fake as many people out as we can because we need their liquidity. We need their buys. We need their long positions so that when that short squeeze happens, the big money doesn't have to trigger a lot of sells at all. Just a few, and then once those stops are hit, bam, fast movement, people start panic selling again. And then the RSI comes back down, and then we'll consolidate again. Market maker puts in a few buys here and there just to keep the prices manageable until we have a little pop. People change their minds. Oh, here's the bottom, and then another fake out. They become liquidity, and boom, down we go again. That's just how it happens. And right now, that's just how it seems to be playing out. Now, I could be very wrong. I could be dead wrong. And we are at the bottom, and we're going to come back up and open up in the previous day's range. Have no clue. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. Nobody can tell the future. you know, it's just you got to be adaptable in this lion's market, baby. You can't be married to your opinions. Market don't care about what you think. Market don't care about how sound your reasoning is. It don't even care about what you think about the macro situation going on. Really, it doesn't. It takes advantage of what you think. It takes advantage of what most people think. So, you know, but all indications to me are down right now. And I think we're just about there. Just about there. We may see us get stopped out, but that's okay. I'm going to come right back in because I am confident in this move. But then you would say, well, you're kind of getting the end of it. Well, not really. I mean, we're not too far into the market session just yet. So here we go. Let's see if it stops me out. If it does, it does. I have no regrets. But I'm still above this bottom band of the VWAP. I'm still seeing rejection. So we'll see. But this is the relief bounce I was expecting. Now I expect us to go down either this candle or the next one. The next one will probably be it. The next one will be a doozy. A lot of people will get stopped out here. Such is my prediction. Maybe both ways. I don't know. But there is a gap. There is a fair value gap. Little carrot on the stick for buyers right now. So. But such low volume, and it's keeping it down. I don't think market maker wants to fill that gap just yet, that fair value gap. I don't think that means anything to them. But yeah. So today I saw a comment online, as I watch these live traders. I like to watch other live traders, if I have opportunity at work. Just sitting around, wasting time. But yeah, I saw one comment saying, oh yeah, market makers not in today. They're just letting retail do their thing. Nah, market makers always at play, people. They don't take a day off. Come on, they got way too much money to make. Yeah, there's low volume. That's only because, hey, the range is acceptable, and the only time market maker comes in is at the edge of that range, the high and the low. Then they'll come in, and then you'll see wicks, and then you'll see, if you're looking at the depth of market and the order book, you'll see a lot of orders get taken out, seemingly small orders, but then, like an order of 50 at whatever. Let's say they want to keep it up right here, right? So they'll put in a buy order right here at 5654.50. And yeah, these are probably machines doing this, right? But somebody's got to program these machines to do whatever they're doing. So they see that and they're like, oh yeah, sell, sell, sell. And every time they sell, they get suckered in because as soon as that order block of 50 is taken out, another one replaces it, and another one, and another one. And you just got to realize, you're not going to beat the big money. You don't have enough money to keep selling to break the market maker. Just ignore this, ignore all the other indicators. I don't have too many indicators because, as I said, they all really say the same stuff. I mean, you could probably just use price action and volume and get a sound idea and get pretty close to where you would be with the indicators. You could probably predict where the indicators are just if you know what's going on. And what's going on is, listen, us retail traders, we are the food for the money maker, right? The market maker, I should say. We're their food. We're their liquidity. When they need buyers, they will set it up, all this, to get buyers. And when they need sellers, they will set all this up to get sellers. And right now, I think they may have enough buyers for now. And they're just going to go ahead and drop to the next floor. And people are going to be shorting up here, And market maker knows what they're going to do. And maybe they'll be buying down here. It's just, it's a same old song and dance, folks. And we never learn. Most of us never learn. And that's why we keep losing, That's just how it goes. But what do I know? As I said, I'm pretty new at this myself. I've just been observing and learning over the past like year, and I've just been absorbing as much knowledge as I can, and I'm taking it to the screen on a paper trading account just to see how these ideas play out. I could be dead wrong about everything, and you can watch me get destroyed and blow this account, and we will go back to the drawing board and re-examine our thinking and see where our flaw is, and then try again. Hey, no harm, no foul, right? But I am pretty optimistic here, especially about my put. Man, I was in a lot of pain yesterday. I didn't expect that whole continual ride up again, and then right back down at the end of the day. Yeah, when I didn't see it, and when I saw it go up, reaching those highs, I was like, I guess this drop is coming in later today or in the morning, and I guess it's both. So, at least as far as what I'm seeing right now, I'm sorry if you guys want this thing to just take off right now, but I don't think it's going to happen just yet. Don't think it's going to happen this just yet. We got some choppy waters ahead of us, so you just got to stay adaptable and keep your losses small and your winners big. And just don't be too biased to just do one thing over and over again and keep losing, keep getting eaten. Sometimes you just got to change your mind real fast. But hey, that's how it goes. And if you'll see, this market, it moves so slow overnight, right? We've been in this trade for coming up on an hour now, approaching an hour. But that's okay. I'm willing to wait, you know? 125 an hour. That's not bad, right? But I expect much more. This is probably going to wind up being a $4,000 move if it breaks our way. So, are you willing to wait an hour or two for $4,000? I think I am, you know? It's actually more like two trades combined into one. Because, I usually only enter into two contracts a trade. But that's just for the sake of my stop loss. But the VWAP is so low right now, and I believe our stop is pretty safe up here, pretty far above that VWAP. If they're going to take me out, then that would be true signs of a reversal. So I don't expect to get stop hunted anytime soon. But it's playing out like I said, I expected some consolidation, just reaching outside of this channel, and then we're going to go right back down. Test the plot again, and I think this time the market maker will let it go down. Maybe just bounce off of here, consolidate a little bit more, then, keep going. We're getting close. We're getting close. As soon as it comes down here, I imagine people probably have their stops maybe down here, maybe below the PLOD. Not sure. But once it goes, it's going to go. So expect to see a big red candle like one of these. Real soon. Real soon. Probably this candle or the next. This is looking like it's pretty big, pretty significant. But we'll have to see. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a glass of tea. Hopefully. So, nothing yet. Nothing yet. Not the move we're looking for just yet. But It's coming. We're sitting pretty up on our eagle's nest up here, so I like it. And I've been thinking, I have a lot of children, right? I have seven daughters right now, and I think I'm gonna teach them about trading and teach them about the market and see if they like this game. Maybe they do, and treat it as a game with them, and maybe they can get good at it. And maybe I already have my A team. I don't know. We'll see. That would be pretty cool if I could just like get them all to vote, and we'll see how good we could get. Maybe I'll do that first. I don't know. I need 50 subscribers, folks. So if you're watching this and you like what you see, please click the like button, subscribe, share. I'm no guru. I'm just learning like you. I'm just trying to share the knowledge and I don't know. Looking for improvement, looking for any kind of advice out there. I'm not married to any one kind of system or strategy. I just try to do what works in the moment. And I like this. I think this is going to be a good swing trade right here. It's playing out. It's playing out. All right, so we're down to the plot again. Let's just see if the market maker will let it go through. May not be time just yet, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping to see it go right on through. Because once it does, it's gonna be quite a move. All right, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. We got good volume, solid red candle. Tells me those sellers are coming in. But we got to see if market maker says nope, not yet. No, there we go. Market maker says yes, and there we go. And see, that's what I'm talking about, people. So that's $1,000 trade right there. But we're gonna just lock in some profit right above the peak plod. Yeah, maybe one more tick down. And we'll see if it goes back up and stops us out. If it does, that'll be our trade for the night. I'm happy with that, but I think this has legs. I think it does. May consolidate for a little bit longer. Up and down. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out, but I'm thinking this is the next level. It's just that we're so low on the RSI. It's like, how much further can we go down before it gets too nonsensical, We don't want it to be too nonsensical. We want it to be believable because we want to keep you traders in. We want to keep you traders trading these patterns and this magical pixie dust. They want to keep you believing in it so that they still have liquidity next time they hit sell or buy or whatever they want to do. So, but hey, that was a good call, right? I think our market senses are getting better. We're starting to see things. We're starting to see things play out. And that's a good thing. We might be on the road to some profitability, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of people looking for that reversal were just stopped out. So now we got to calm the waters a little bit, right? You see the wick? That might have been them just coming right back in, or it could have been market maker helping it out a little bit. Let's just ease this up a little bit, get them back in so we can stop them out again. But I don't know. Anything's possible right now. That's the fun of trading, You just never know what's going to happen. So I'm thinking since we've already been staring at this screen for an hour, if I get stopped out, I'm gonna be done. But if we break, I do expect us to break down to this next level where this lion is. The lion's waiting, and my target will be down here at 564650, just around here somewhere. And I will go ahead and exit and close out. I would love to leave. You know what? Maybe I will leave one runner just in case it does go break down further. But I don't expect this thing to break down too far. Not tonight, anyway. So I might just go ahead and reap the whole thing and start again tomorrow, you know, instead of just leaving a runner. Some people like to do that. I do sometimes, you know, if I really do believe it's going to be on its way down to the abyss, but I don't think we're going down that far. I think we are out of the woods, you know, as far as this year goes, pending any world war or an invasion of China or whatever. But other than that, I think it's pretty smooth sailing from here. I think the market is a little bit more predictable now. You know, we are in a transition, so you know, but even with this pullback, I think we still remain bullish on the year. There we go. We adjust that channel a little bit. Just gotta watch this movie, I guess. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'll take a $2,000 trade any day. So you see that red shade there on this RSI? We're getting into real oversold right now. So expect it to touch the plot again before going down, or maybe a little bounce above this level. Bounce, bounce, bouncy bounce before going down. Or we go down and this is the bottom and we go up. I have no idea. Don't really care. I just want to see it hit here and then I'm out. And if this was real money and I valued money over my sleep, I would have probably just gone ahead and left my stop up here and just let it go down a little further before I do anything. But I just want to lock in that profit, you know, because I wouldn't really be hurt if it stopped me out right now and I could stop the video. But I'm going to let this play out. Let it play out. And I'll just explain why I did that. I probably usually wouldn't. I probably would move it just a little bit higher, maybe above these candles here. But if I do get stopped out, I just want it to be a maximum there. Not really a one for one exactly, but you know, I don't do that. I don't use those ratios or anything on my bets. You know, I just make sure that every bet, every bet I make, right, every trade I enter into, it has unlimited profit potential. And that's how I keep it because you just never know. But I always keep the stop someplace, you know, I'm willing to risk 500 and that's it. Usually. Yesterday, yeah, last night, I kind of bent that rule a little bit, but I think it paid out. You know, because I was pretty confident in what they were doing. So, but I don't know. I think our stop might actually hold. I think we may just bounce off of this support a little bit, consolidate again to the edge of this channel, and then back down again. We're gonna have to wait maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whew, it's a long time to wait, but you know what? I'll do it for you guys. Unless I get stopped out before then. Then I'm not gonna wait. So if I was willing to spend more time to try to win on this trade, I would move this above this level right here. Getting close to getting stopped out there, but looks like the plod is holding as resistance right now. Stop may be safe, but to be even safer, I would move it up here. We would still lock in some kind of a profit, and our stop would be defended better, in my opinion. But that's okay. I mean, as I said, hey, if I lose, I mean, what do I lose? I don't lose anything here. So if I get stopped out, I get stopped out, and I'll be done. But I would move it up here. Okay, so there it goes. And I'm done, folks. That's it. So I do expect it to keep going down. I think it's just going to be consolidating before another leg down. I don't know. We could just have a double bottom and reverse. Just got to see the signs, but the volume is telling me we're still going down. I mean, look, we had that trigger, then massive volume coming in, relatively speaking. And then on this green candle back up, you don't see the volume making up. So there are probably people still holding, holding their stops up here. And if the market maker needs to go up to induce more selling up here, then they will. But I don't know if we're going to open up tomorrow within this range. We'll have to see. But in any case, we are done. One trade night. We are up 42.50 on our paper trading account. And we made one trade for a profit of 475. I will take it. You take what you can get. And that's what the market gave us tonight. So, thank you, market maker. Appreciate that. And this is A-Team Trading Strategies signing off.